Man, life sometimes feels like this circle that goes round and round. And inside of this circle lies something in the middle that's making it all move. But the center of the circle can't be known. It's like this unknowable object. This unknowable center that we all essentially revolve around. And without that center, we all collapse. But we can't ever know it consciously or ever be aware of it consciously, because that center is too much for our minds to understand. And what it's made out of, weirdly, is the same exact thing that we are made out of. So in a weird way, it created us, but we can't know it. So it created us to not know it. It created us for us to not be able to know what it is. Which is weird when you think about it. Why would I not want my creation to know about me? Maybe because I am my creation. Maybe my creation doesn't have the capacity to understand, and it's better that way. Maybe I myself can understand, so I could never make my creation understand. Maybe this circle just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. The circle that we're in has an unknowable center, and inside that center lies another circle that has another unknowable center, and that repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats, essentially forever. One would say, okay, then there has to be a start of these unknowable centers. There has to be some origin, some center that started it all. But where would that center come from? Something would have had to start that. And then you're back to the same place. I mean, this never-ending cycle that didn't start and isn't gonna end. And in some ways, maybe that's what life is. Never-ending cycle that didn't start and isn't gonna end. I mean, even if you look at a farm and you plant something in the farm and you bury the seed, you would think it's dead, but it just gets reborn in another form. And older traditions have talked about this, but maybe this is what it all is. And the stress of it all is too much for us to understand, so our minds hold on to the little that it can and make sense of what it can and makes us feel safe. Because knowing and feeling the reality would be just too much. I mean, it wouldn't be safe. Like, we wouldn't experience what we experience with it. It'd just be too chaotic. Yeah. But who knows? I certainly don't. I'm just saying what comes to my mind right now. I really don't know anything. Frankly, I don't. How could I? I found myself here. It's like the next person. I don't know where I came from. I mean, beyond the scientifics of genetics and biology. But even that doesn't explain where I came from. Because if you take that all the way back, where did the first human come from? And if you take that all the way back, where did the first organism come from? And if you take that all the way back, where did the universe come from? And if you take that all the way back, where is the thing that allowed the universe to come into being come from? Again, we're back to this circle. A never-ending cycle with no end, no beginning. Life. At least this is what my mind is telling me. And that could be wrong. Who knows? I'm really just doing this to get this out of my head. Sometimes I sit around and there's all this energy in my body, in my mind. And it's just like, it's like a bouncy ball in a square bouncing around all over the place with nowhere to go. And it doesn't know what to do. So I think I have to give that an outlet because it honestly drives me crazy. It does. Especially when I just sit there and let it bounce. I think I'm a very expressive person and I have to find ways to express that. But yeah, man, I don't know. This is an interesting thing we call living. Who knows? Life and death are their own circles. The interesting thing is we don't experience it as a circle, per se. I guess we do when you really think about it. Each day feels like it's just happening, And we're here just watching it kind of. Everything comes and goes. Like, nothing really stays. The only thing that stays is that everything changes. Everything moves, everything shifts. That's the only constant, is that nothing is constant. It's a beautiful thing. It's quite fantastic, actually. And it's very understandable, I don't know. To be alive, what it felt. Life is definitely but a dream, It's a dream when you're dreaming every day. So then the dream feels real. Because then you're never waking up. So it's just like, you don't know anything. Sucks. Sucks about it is not that it's a dream, but it's just that people have made the dream into a shitty place to live. We've done it. We've made it into this shitty place to live. It's no fun being in this dream. It sucks. Maybe that's part of it too. Maybe that's by design. Maybe it's supposed to suck. You ever thought about that, buddy? Hmm? Hmm? Maybe this is part of the plan. Yeah, buddy, you're in it now. Fuck. You got you're coming for a ride. Gotcha. Welcome to hell. What do you do? Sit with this. Think about this. This floats around in the deep centers of your being. Man, it's a fucking dream, dude. Just live it out. You know? Fuck. That's the reality. Fuck. You hit it on the nail. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, buddy. Enjoy it. Nothing else to do. Take care, Justin. Nothing else to do but to live it and be confused. That's by design. So if you're confused, you don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be like that. So what does one do when one's confused? Like the mind is trying to have shit figured out. Why does the mind want to have shit figured out? Because it wants to feel safe. It wants to feel like it has, like, it wants to feel like it's not just completely floating in space, hurling around, like just falling endlessly into nothing, but never reaching the bottom. That's what the mind is scared of, the reality. That it's not in control at all. And that control doesn't exist. So it makes up a bunch of shit to feel safe. Wants to feel safe. Whatever it can do to feel safe, it's gonna do it. Sadly, it's really good at making shit up. Yeah, buddy. You've hit it. That size is it. That's it. Alright. I'm done talking.